You have already wondered why, despite the advances in modern medicine, the diseases are hepatic still increasing dramatically among people over 60. The truth that few hepatologists openly discuss is that many patients, elderly, are treating only the symptoms of their liver conditions, without addressing the fundamental causes that perpetuate inflammation and healing of the liver. Here is a revelation that can transform your health. Recent scientific research demonstrate that certain foods contain bioactive compounds so powerful that they may not only slow down the progression of liver disease, but potentially reverse damage already established in older adults. In this article, we will explore 5 specific foods with therapeutic properties, proven for liver health after 60 years. These are not just generic healthy foods, are true medicinal agents who work synergically to reduce liver inflammation, stimulate cell regeneration, improve biliary flow and optimize liver detoxification capacity. At the end of this reading, you will have a clear and effective nutritional protocol that complements, and, in some cases it can significantly reduce, the need for interventions, pharmacological for common liver diseases in old age. Stay with us until the end, as you will find that the answer to a liver revitalized after 60 may not only be in medicines with effect, considerable collateral, but in specific therapeutic foods that may be available in your local market today. Let's know these 5 foods, who are quietly transforming the lives of thousands of elderly people with problems, hepatic around the world. 1. Among the numerous foods investigated by scientists to treat diseases, liver, turmeric emerges as one of the most extraordinary for the health of liver in people over 60. This vibrant yellow root, it is just a culinary seasoning, it is a natural pharmaceutical complex specifically calibrated to face the multiple challenges faced by the aged liver. The main active component of turmeric, curcumin, has remarkable properties, anti-inflammatory ones that directly attack one of the fundamental mechanisms of virtually all liver diseases, chronic inflammation. In people more old, this persistent low-degree inflammation often settles in the fabric, liver, triggering a cycle of cellular damage, progressive and eventual healing. Functional impairment. Studies published in the prestigious Journal of Hepatology have shown that the curcumin selectively inhibits multiple inflammatory roads in the liver, particularly NF-BA master regulator of the chronic inflammatory response that, when uncontrolled, significantly accelerates the progression of fatty liver disease, non-alcoholic, NIA, hepatitis and even fibrosis. In a clinical trial with elderly patients with NIA, those who received curcumin supplements by 12 weeks showed reductions of up to 78% in liver enzyme levels, high, ALT and AST, indicating a significant reduction in damage to cells. Liver. In addition to its anti-inflammatory effects, curcumin demonstrates remarkable capacity, hepatoprotective against oxidative stress, another critical factor that accelerates the damage, liver in the elderly. A study published in BMC Complementary Medicine and Therapy showed that curcumin not only increases glutathione levels, the antioxidant master of the liver that naturally decreases with age, but also stimulates the activity of endogenous antioxidant enzymes such as superoxide, dismutase and catalase, essentially strengthening the very natural defenses of the liver. Dr. Ricardo Andrade, a hepatologist specializing in integrative medicine, explains, which makes curcumin exceptionally valuable for elderly patients with disease. Liver is its unique ability to stop the inflammation fibrosis cycle that characterizes the progression of most chronic hepatopathies. Most impressive, still, it demonstrates direct antifibrotic effects, potentially helping to reverse already established fibrosis, something that very few conventional medicines can do it effectively. A particularly rare aspect, relevant for the elderly, is the ability of the curcumin of improve insulin sensitivity and liver lipid metabolism. According to We Get Older, hormonal changes often increase resistance to insulin, promoting fat accumulation in the liver, the initial stage of DIA, now epidemic among people over 60 years old. Studies show that curcumin positively modulates critical metabolic pathways, reducing synthesis and accumulation of liver lipids while increasing their oxidation. Carlos, a 72-year-old retired university professor with advanced DIA, shares your experience. My exams showed liver enzymes persistently high, and an ultrasound revealed severe steatosis with signs, early fibrosis. In addition to conventional treatment, my new hepatologist suggested that I incorporate fresh turmeric daily and occasionally high bioavailability curcumin supplement. After 4 months, my liver enzymes had completely normalized, and a new ultrasound showed significant reduction in liver fat. The most surprising was the improvement in my markers of systemic inflammation that my doctor rarely saw in patients in my age group with such advanced disease. A well-documented challenge of curcumin is its low bioavailability. The body, human, absorbs and uses only a minimal fraction when consumed in isolation. To overcome this limitation and maximize liver benefits, experts recommend these essential strategies. Always combine turmeric with black pepper. The present piperin increases the curcumin absorption up to 2000%. Consume turmeric with some healthy fat, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado. 2. Improve the absorption of this liposoluble compound. Lightly heat the turmeric in culinary preparations to increase its bioavailability. For more advanced cases of liver disease, consider curcumin supplements. With advanced delivery technologies, such as liposomal or micellar formulations, Dr. Marcia Oliveira, researcher in nutritional hepatology, recommends. 2. Elderly patients with liver disease, I suggest incorporating approximately a teaspoon of fresh grated or dusty turmeric daily in food, always, with a little black pepper and some healthy fat. In more advanced supplementation may be required, always under medical supervision, especially for patients using anticoagulants or certain medications, metabolized by the liver, due to potential interactions. 2. Coffee, the surprising hepatocellular protector. For decades, coffee has been misunderstood for people with liver problems. Today, modern science reveals a reality surprisingly opposite. Coffee emerges as one of the most powerful protectors. Natural hepatic, particularly beneficial for people over 60. This scientific turnaround represents one of the most significant nutritional reevaluations in modern hepatology, with extraordinary implications for millions of seniors with liver disease. The hepatoprotective power of coffee derives from a complex synergy among several bioactive compounds, including chlorogenic acids, caffeol, cahuil and, of course, caffeine. Collectively, these compounds show remarkable ability to inhibit the hepatic fibrogenesis, the process of formation of scar tissue that characterizes the progression of most chronic liver diseases that intensifies with the age. A longitudinal study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine followed more 170,000 adults for 22 years and found a dose-dependent association between regular coffee consumption and significant reduction in the risk of cirrhosis, carcinoma, hepatocellular and liver-related mortality. Notably, each cup daily coffee additional, up to about 4, associated with a 22% reduction in the risk of cirrhosis, a benefit particularly relevant to the elderly, where fibrosis, Hepatic often progresses faster due to the natural decrease in cell repair mechanisms. In addition to its antifibrotic effects, coffee demonstrates the sole ability to induce production of glutathione transferase and other phase II hepatic detoxifies, crucial enzymatic systems for toxin neutralization, and often become less efficient with the advance of age. This property makes coffee especially valuable for the elderly who take multiple medicines, polypharmacy, because it helps the aged liver to process this pharmacological load more efficiently. Dr. Fernando Almeida, geriatric hepatologist, explains, what makes coffee so exceptional for the aged liver is its ability to activate the nuclear factor, erythroid-2, NRF2, a master regulator of the cellular antioxidant response. With age, NRF2 signaling naturally decreases, compromising liver defenses against oxidative stress. Coffee essentially rejuvenates this protective system, crucial, allowing the elderly liver to respond more effectively to challenges, metabolic and toxic. For patients with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, DINA, the condition most prevalent liver in people over 60, coffee offers benefits. Specific metabolic studies show that their bioactive compounds improve insulin sensitivity and promote acid oxidation, burning, GRAXEs in the liver, effectively reducing hepatocellular fat accumulation. 1 study using magnetic resonance spectroscopy showed that the consumption of coffee for 30 days reduced liver fat content by up to 40% in participants elderly with moderate DINA. Helena, a 68-year-old retired accountant diagnosed with steatohepatitis, non-alcoholic, NASH, shares, for years, I avoided coffee thinking that I was protecting my liver. When my hepatologist showed recent studies and he recommended that I reintroduce coffee in my routine, I was skeptical. I started taking 2 cups of organic filtrate coffee, and in just 3 months, my liver enzymes reduced significantly. ALT fell from 112 to 63 and AST from 97 to 52. My follow-up ultrasound 6 months later showed a remarkable reduction in steatosis, and systemic inflammatory markers also improved considerably. To maximize coffee hepatoprotective benefits, experts offer these essential guidelines. Opt preferably for paper filtered on paper. This method removes diterpenes that can slightly raise cholesterol in sensitive people. Choose high-quality grains, preferably organic and fresh. Low quality may contain mycotoxins potentially harmful to the liver. The therapeutic dose associated with significant liver benefits in clinical studies, it is 2 to 4 cups, 240 to 480 milliliters, daily. Coffee should be consumed preferably before noon to not interfere with sleep quality, crucial for liver regeneration at night. Avoid refined sweeteners and artificial creams, which may contradict the benefits. Hepatic. Dr. Luisa Castro, a specialist in liver nutritional medicine, points out, contrary to popular belief, coffee does not dehydrate significantly, nor overload the liver. In fact, recent research suggests that patients with chronic hepatitis that consume coffee regularly show better answers to antiviral treatment and slower progression of fibrosis. It is one of the few cases where something that most people consider a guilty pleasure is, in fact, a legitimate therapeutic intervention. For patients with advanced hepatopathy or caffeine sensitivity, coffee, decaffeinated, processed by water method or supercritical CO2, not with chemical solvents, still retains many of the hepatoprotective compounds and offers significant benefits, although slightly reduced compared to coffee. Regular. 3. Artichoke, the natural biliary regenerator. The artichoke, a vegetable frequently underestimated in discussions about nutrition, therapy, emerges in the modern scientific literature as one of the most powerful allies for liver health in people over 60. This vegetable of distinctive appearance is not just a gourmet item, it is a complex system of delivery of bioactive compounds that directly address many of the challenges specific faced by the aged liver. The extraordinary hepatoprotective power of the artichoke derives mainly from a compound called cynurin and a family of caffeoechinic acid derivatives, with powerful collecting action in kalajoga, medical terms that refer to the ability to increase bile production and flow. This property is particularly valuable for the elderly, because the biliary flow naturally decreases, with the age, creating conducive conditions for biliary stagnation, calculation formation and commitment of digestion and absorption of fats and fat-soluble vitamins. Clinical studies published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology have shown that standardized artichoke extracts increased biliary production by up to 152% in patients with mild to moderate hepatobiliary dysfunction. This improvement in biliary flow not only optimizes digestion, but also facilitates the elimination of toxins and metabolites of medicines that the liver processes, a critical consideration for the elderly, who often take multiple medications daily. In addition to its collector and cholagogus effects, the artichoke demonstrates remarkable ability to stimulate hepatocellular regeneration. A study using cell tracking technologies showed that the flavonoids of artichoke, particularly luteolin, activate growth factors of hepatocytes and signaling that promote the division and renewal of liver cells, a process which naturally decreases after 60 years. Dr. Paulo Mendes, hepatologist and herbal medicine specialist, explains, that makes the artichoke particularly valuable for elderly patients with disease. Liver is his double action, first, as a detoxifying agent through the biliary flow optimization, second, as a direct regenerator. We note that patients who consume artichoke regularly often show improvements in their liver function panels that cannot be explained only by changes in lifestyle or conventional medication. For patients with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, (NIA) condition, that affects more than 30% of people over 65, the artichoke offers specific metabolic benefits. The bioactive compounds of the artichoke demonstrated the ability to reduce liver synthesis of cholesterol, to reduce the lipogenesis, fat formation, and increase insulin sensitivity in cells. Liver. A clinical trial with 60 elderly patients with NIA showed that those who consumed artichoke extract for 90 days had a reduction, an average of 21% in liver fat measured by ultrasound, accompanied by significant normalizations in transaminases levels. Antonio, a 73-year-old retired lawyer with a 15-year-old story, persistent in liver enzymes and recent diagnosis of liver steatosis, moderate, share, my gastroenterologist suggested that I incorporate artichoke regularly in the diet, in addition to changes in lifestyle. I started consuming hearts of artichoke twice a week and occasionally leaf extract supplement. After 4 months, my liver enzymes, they first normalized in over a decade. The control ultrasound showed remarkable reduction in the amount of fat in the liver, and my levels of energy and digestion have improved considerably. To obtain maximum hepatoprotective benefit of artichoke, experts recommend these approaches. Consume fresh artichokes regularly, ideally 1 to twice a week. The heart and the most soft leaves contain bioactive compounds. As a convenient alternative, canned or frozen artichoke hearts, in water or olive oil, not in acid vinegar, preserve most compounds. Beneficial. For more intensive therapeutic purposes, standardized artichoke extracts, available as supplements, offer higher concentrations of the principles. Active. Prepare artichokes with minimal processing, steam cooking or light boil. Preserves hepatoprotective compounds better. Dr. Claudia Martins, a specialist in liver herbal medicine, adds, to elderly patients with more advanced liver disease, I recommend an approach, combined, regular protection of artichoke in the diet. Another standardized extract for cynarin and caffeolocinic acid derivatives. The benefits are often noticeable in liver function examinations after 8 to 12 weeks of consistent use. A particularly beneficial aspect of artichoke for elderly patients is their profile. Exceptional security. Unlike many hepatoprotective herbs that can interact with medications or cause side effects in therapeutic doses, the artichoke rarely causes any adverse reactions and a slight increase in pes gas production, not used. This security, combined with documented effectiveness, makes the artichoke an ideal first-line intervention for age-related hepatopathies. 4. Extra virgin olive oil, the Mediterranean elixir to the liver. Among the numerous nutritional treasures of the Mediterranean diet, extra olive oil virgin emerges as one of the most transformers for liver health in people over 60. This gold oil, far beyond a simple ingredient, culinary, represents a natural pharmacological complex precisely calibrated to approach the specific vulnerabilities of the aged liver. The extraordinary hepatoprotective power of olive oil derives mainly from its exceptional profile of polyphenols, particularly hydroxytyrosol, oleuropein and oleocanthal, bioactive compounds with potent anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. These polyphenols demonstrate remarkable ability to neutralize reactive species of oxygen that damage liver cells and perpetuates inflammatory cycles in liver tissue, processes that naturally intensify with the advancement of age. A study published in the prestigious Journal of Hepatology followed 350 elderly patients with non-alcoholic fatty hepatic disease, (NIA), for 24 months. The group that consumed extra virgin olive oil rich in polyphenols daily, approximately 40 milliliters or 3 tablespoons, showed reductions significant in liver steatosis measured by transient elastography, accompanied by improvements in liver inflammation markers and insulin resistance. Remarkably, 30% of participants in this group showed a complete resolution of the steatosis, an extremely rare result with pharmacological interventions. In addition to its antioxidant compounds, extra virgin olive oil contains high oleic acid concentrations, a monounsaturated fatty acid that demonstrates unique ability to positively modulate lipid metabolism in the liver. Studies, mechanistic reveal that oleic acid active nuclear receptors per A, increasing the oxidation of fatty acids in liver cells and reducing the lipogenesis again, internal fat production, directly addressing unregulated metabolic processes that characterized NIA in the elderly. Dr. Roberto Campos, hepatologist specializing in hepatoprotective nutrition, explains what makes extra virgin olive oil particularly valuable for the aged liver is its ability to stop the vicious cycle of inflammation and insulin resistance that drives most liver diseases in the elderly. Their polyphenols block inflammatory pathways while their fatty acids, monounsaturated, optimize insulin sensitivity and liver lipid metabolism, an extraordinarily synergistic therapeutic combination. A frequently underestimated aspect of extra virgin olive oil is yours ability to improve liver mitochondrial function, a critical consideration for the elderly, because mitochondrial dysfunction is a central component of the hepatic aging. Research shows that hydroxytyrosol and others, compounds of olive oil increase mitochondrial biogenesis, optimize the chain of electron transport and reduce the leakage of electrons that generates free radicals, harm, essentially rejuvenating these critical cellular energy plants. For liver function, Maria, a 69-year-old retired educator with non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, NASH, and fibrosis stage 2, shares your experience. After my diagnosis, besides conventional recommendations, my hepatologist emphasized the importance of replace all fats from my diet with extra virgin olive oil high quality. I started to religiously consume 3 tablespoons daily, including 1 fasting in the morning. After 6 months, my liver enzymes normalized completely, my inflammatory markers decreased significantly, and a new elastography examination showed measurable reduction in liver stiffness, indicating partial reversal of fibrosis. My doctor was genuinely surprised by the speed and extension of improvement. To maximize the hepatoprotective benefits of extra virgin olive oil, experts offer these essential guidelines. Select only authentic, ideally organic and with authentic virgin oils with reliable origin certification. If therapy for significant liver benefits is approximately 30-40 milliliters, 2 to 3 tablespoons. Consume at least 1 portion fasting or 30 minutes before meals to maximize the absorption of polyphenols. Store properly in a dark container, away from heat and light. 2. Preserve bioactive compounds sensitive to oxidation. Preferably use raw or at low temperatures, as excessive heat degraded part of hepatoprotective compounds. Dr. Sofia Mendez, a specialist in nutritional medicine, adds, to elderly patients with liver disease, I specifically recommend extra olive oil. Virgins with high documented polyphenols, usually those more bitter and spicy to the taste, indicating greater concentration of bioactive compounds. In my clinical experience, these more robust oils provide results. Higher therapy compared to softer varieties. For those concerned with the caloric content of olive oil, numerous studies demonstrate that the replacement of other dietary fats with extra olive oil not only does not contribute to weight gain, but often facilitates the weight loss in patients with NIA, an additional benefit attributed to their ability to improve insulin sensitivity and regular satiety hormones. 5. Garlic, the powerful liver detoxifier. Garlic, a culinary ingredient present in virtually every culture in the world, emerges in modern scientific research as a nutritional intervention, extraordinarily effective for liver health in people over 60. Far beyond its role as seasoning, garlic contains an arsenal of compounds, biologically active organosulfures that directly address the challenges specific faced by the aged liver. The hepatoprotective power of garlic derives mainly from compounds such as allicin, allocystine and diallyl disulfide, which form when the garlic teeth are cut or crushed. These sulfur compounds show remarkable ability to activate the phase 2 enzymes of the liver detoxification system, the central mechanism by which liver neutralizes and eliminates potential toxins, medicines and carcinogens. This property is particularly valuable for the elderly, because the efficiency of this system detoxification naturally decreases with age, making the liver more vulnerable. Toxic damage. Studies published in the Journal of Nutrition have shown that regular consumption of garlic significantly increases glutathione levels, the master antioxidant of the liver, up to 28% in liver tissue. Glutathione is crucial for protection and liver detox, and their levels typically decline after 60 years, contributing to the greater susceptibility of the aged liver to oxidative stress and toxic damage. Garlic not only increases glutathione reserves, but also optimizes the activity of glutathione-dependent enzymes that are fundamental to the neutralization of toxins. In addition to its detoxifying properties, the garlic shows remarkable ability to modulate liver lipid metabolism, a crucial benefit considering epidemic prevalence of non-alcoholic fatty hepatic disease, NIA, elderly. A controlled clinical trial with 110 NIA patients showed that those who consumed aged garlic extract for 15 weeks presented significant reductions in liver steatosis measured by ultrasound, accompanied by improvements in liver enzyme levels and markers. Inflammatory. Dr. Eduardo Neves, hepatologist with specialization in applied herbal medicine, explains, what makes garlic so extraordinary for the aged liver is its action, multifaceted. Besides enhancing detoxification systems and modulating the lipid metabolism, garlic exerts direct anti-inflammatory effects through inhibition of pro-inflammatory cytokines and liver tissue. We also observe properties, significant antifibrotics, potentially helping to reverse liver scar. Initial, an extremely valuable effect considering that liver fibrosis was previously considered widely irreversible. A frequently underestimated property of garlic is its antimicrobial action, selective in the intestine, favoring beneficial bacteria while inhibiting pathogens. This microbiota modulation influence directly liver health through the intestinal fed axis, an increasingly recognized connection as critical to the pathophysiology of liver diseases, especially in the elderly, where dysbiosis intestinal is prevalent. Jorge, a 74-year-old retired engineer with NIA and liver enzymes persistently high, shares, after 2 years of frustrated attempts with conventional lifestyle changes, my hepatologist suggested that I incorporate fresh garlic daily as complementary therapy. I started consuming 2 medium cloves of garlic minced finely with a little honey every morning fasting. In just 10 weeks, my ALT fell from 87 to 42 UL and my AST from 65 to 36 UL, reaching the normal range for the first time in years. A control ultrasound 6 months later showed a reduction, significant in steatosis, and my energy levels and mental clarity have improved. Notably, to maximize the hepatoprotective benefits of garlic, experts recommend these essential strategies. To completely activate bioactive compounds, always chop or crush the garlic, and let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes before consumption or culinary preparation. The dose associated with significant liver benefits in clinical studies is approximately 2 to 4 medium cloves of garlic daily. Consume preferably raw or slightly cooked garlic, because intense heat degraded partially the beneficial sulfur compounds. For those who do not tolerate the intense flavor, the garlic can be minced finely and mixed with honey or olive oil, enhancing its benefits. Hepatoprotectors. Dr. Marcia Oliveira, a specialist in liver nutrition, points out, for patients elderly with chronic liver disease, I often recommend a medication morning that combines fresh garlic chopped in extra virgin olive oil, consumed with a small slice of brown bread. This combination not only optimizes absorption of the fat-soluble compounds of garlic, but also creates a synergy therapy with olive oil hepatoprotective polyprotectors. It is important to note that garlic, due to its natural anticoagulant effects, should be used with caution by patients using anticoagulants or who have surgery programmed. Consult the hepatologist before starting any therapeutic regime. With garlic is recommended for patients with advanced liver conditions or in use of multiple medications. Integrating the 5 foods into a complete liver protocol. Now that we explore the 5 transforming health overfections for health, liver after 60, The practical challenge is effectively integrating them into a consistent daily nutritional protocol. The good news is that these foods are complementary and can be synergistically combined to create what integrative hepatologists call nutritional hepatoprotective shield. A strategic approach to incorporating these foods would be to distribute them over the day, maximizing its specific benefits at optimized times. Morning, fasting, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil with fresh garlic, finely chopped, 1 medium tooth. This combination, consumed 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast, allows maximum absorption of bioactive compounds while the digestive tract is empty, providing a powerful anti-inflammatory impulse, detoxifying for the liver when starting the day. Breakfast, a cup of high-quality filtrate coffee, providing compounds, hepatoprotectors and antifibrotics that complement the action of ingredients consumed in fasting. For those who do not tolerate coffee, green tea is excellent alternative with its own liver benefits. Lunch, a Mediterranean meal including cooked or grilled vegetables, seasoned with extra virgin olive oil and sprinkled with turmeric and black pepper to increase the bioavailability of curcumin. This lunch provides a second dose of anti-inflammatory compounds while the combination of healthy fats with turcum optimizes its absorption. Afternoon snack, Ortico hearts, fresh or canned in water, with lemon and an extra virgin olive oil, offering biliary and detoxifying support. In the afternoon, dinner, a light meal starting with a green salad removed with extra olive oil, virgin and chopped garlic, providing a third daily exhibition to compounds, hepatoprotectors before period and oturno, when much of the regeneration, hepatic occurs. Supplementation, optional, for more advanced cases of liver disease, under medical supervision, standardized supplements of artichoke extract or curcumin. High bioavailability can complement the food protocol. Dr. Ricardo Almeida, hepatologist specializing in nutritional medicine, emphasizes, which makes this approach particularly effective for elderly patients with disease. Liver is the combination of foods with complementary action mechanisms, but distinct. Turmeric and olive oil focus primarily on reducing inflammation. Liver, coffee and garlic enhance detoxification systems, while the artichoke optimizes biliary function, collectively addressing all the main challenges faced by the aged liver. It is essential to understand that this nutritional protocol works better as part of an integrated strategy that includes elimination or significant reduction of hepatotoxic foods, alcohol, sugars, refined, trans fats, ultra-processed foods, effective body weight management, especially reduction of visceral fat, regular physical activity adapted to individual capabilities, sleep optimization and stress management, careful review of drugs with hepatotoxic potential, regular medical monitoring and adherence to conventional therapy prescribed. Dr. Claudia Martins, an integrative hepatology specialist, adds, "We observe particularly impressive results when this protocol, nutritional, is implemented in the early stages of liver disease. For patients with mild to moderate elevations of liver enzymes or initial steatosis, we often see complete standardization of 3 to 6 biochemical parameters, months, and significant structural improvements in image exams after 6 to 12 months. Consistent adhesion. An important consideration for the elderly with comorbidities is the potential interaction. Certain components of this protocol, particularly garlic and turmeric, with anticoagulant and antiplatelet medications. It is essential to implement these dietary changes under appropriate medical supervision, with gradual adjustments that allow monitoring of possible interactions. Conclusion: liver regeneration is possible at any age. When we conclude our exploitation of the 5 transforming supervision for the liver health after 60 years, a message emerges deeply hopeful. The decline of liver function is not an inevitable destination of the aging. The liver, with its extraordinary regenerative capacity, only, among the internal bodies, responsibly responsible for nutritional interventions, appropriate, even in the most advanced decades of life. The turmeric, the coffee, the artichoke, the extra virgin olive oil and the garlic are not only generic healthy foods, are specific therapeutic interventions with well-documented action mechanisms that directly address the challenges faced by the aged liver. Through the modulation of inflammatory roads, optimization of detoxification systems, improvement of biliary flow, normalization of lipid metabolism and antioxidant protection, these foods provide support, comprehensive that allows the liver not only to work better, but potentially recover from previous damage. Which makes this approach particularly valuable for people over 60, is that it works harmoniously with the natural physiological processes of the body, without the side effects often associated with pharmacological interventions. Intensive. In addition, the benefits extend far beyond the liver, offering cardiovascular protection, cognitive support, intestinal microbiome balance and improvement of general metabolism, an especially important holistic consideration for the treatment of elderly patients. As Dr. Fernando Almeida, a pioneer in integrative hepatological medicine notes, what we have found about nutrition and liver health in the last decade is rewriting our understanding of the plasticity of the aged liver. It is not exaggeration to say that many patients are obtaining, through interventions, strategic nutritions, results comparable to those of some of our more advanced medications, without adverse effects and side effects, positive in other organic systems. For those who face the DENS challenge, the liver, remember, the journey to a healthier liver does not require immediate dietary perfection, but consistency and gradual progression. Start by incorporating 1 or 2 of these overfeeds in your routine and build from there, working in collaboration with your medical team to monitor the results and adjust as needed. And perhaps the most important thing, it's never too late to start. Be you newly diagnosed with light lifts of liver enzymes or dealing with fibrosis, advanced for years, your liver maintains a remarkable ability to respond positively to adequate therapeutic nutrition. Each hepatocyte that recovers its function, each improvement in the biochemical parameters and each reduction in inflammation, it represents a significant victory for your health and quality of global life. The final message is of empowerment and hope. Your liver, the organ that silently processes nutrients, neutralizes toxins and performs hundreds of functions daily, deserves the best nutritional support possible to continue serving it well in the years to come. Through these 5 overlooking hepatoprotectors, you offer not only nutrients, but a true therapy, natural that it can help your liver regenerate, strengthen and prosper, allowing, may you fully enjoy the next phases of your life. Which of these hepatic overlooking you plan to incorporate first into your routine? Share your experience or questions in the comments below. Your journey can inspire others to take their first steps towards liver renewal after 60.